All right, let's talk about burnout. Hey friendos, it's DW. I just recorded the most amazing vlog on this phone without pushing record. What a bummer. So I'm out for a walk right now because one of the kids are in music classes, and I thought I'd record a vlog and talk about this burnout stuff I've been going through, because I take these videos every 2 weeks. I do them every 2 weeks so that I can make myself accountable and reflect on what I've managed to do in the last 2 weeks or so. And the last 2 weeks I've done nothing related to the video game other than recover. Well, that is something. Recovering is still a something. I want to be very clear about that. But in terms of actual progress, I've made next to nothing other than reflecting and doing some deep thinking about it as it started to come back to me. It being the urge to make games and develop this game that I want to get out the door and build this studio that I've been talking about. So how did I know I was going through burnout? Well, I've done this before. It's been happening to me off and on since university. In university, I had to do a lot of work to bring my grades up. I was a pretty terrible student at the beginning, and then I eventually became a better student, finished with my honors degree. That being said, I started to work all the time on everything. So you're always doing homework and assignments, and I had multiple part-time jobs to help pay for university and different things like that. And so that kind of got me into this productivity mode constantly. And you're coping with that stress. You're figuring out ways to deal with it. And that's usually going out partying or eating too much or whatever. So as I've gotten older, those symptoms have come back over time. I just take on too much stuff. And in June, I had family commitments around my kids' activities. Their school was ending. I also had a bunch of travel for work, my day job. And I also had just a lot of extra things come up in terms of our personal life. Nothing terrible, but again, just lots of things. And as I was finishing that business development course, also yet another thing I took on, I just started to feel exhausted. And once I finished that biz dev course and the kids were done school, I needed to take a break. My body started to kind of shut down on me. And yeah. So what did I do about it? Well, it's a good question. First of all, I've identified this in myself before, but it's a reoccurring thing that's been going on for, like 20 years, I guess, at this point, off and on, depending on what's been going on, especially in the last 10 or so since I've had kids. And just, kids with family and a day job and other things, it just adds up. But what I did this time was I went and talked to a professional, because thank you, day job benefits where I get mental health care as one of them, and talked to a professional about it. And we talked about burnout and the symptoms and some of the challenges she presented to me. We were like, well, why don't you just do something that you can just do? Just be okay with sitting. Be okay with being bored. Go for a walk without vlogging. This is not helping, but I did go for a lot of walks. Took some time to relax. I also managed to pick a book. The challenge was to read something fictional, not nonfiction, but fictional. And that's kind of the next step here, is to do some more stuff that is just relaxing with my own mind, being okay with being bored, not always being productive. And it's shocking how taking a disconnect from screens especially I've been resistant to it. Not even consciously, just I don't know, I can't really explain it. So a great example of that is I was like, instead of doing this, I will replay a comfort game. I will play Final Fantasy IV, beat that game over and over again. Went through it again, still felt pretty burnt out after putting through time into that. Did something I wanted to do in gaming, so I wanted to play some Final Fantasy XIV. I've always wanted to go back and play that again. And again, same story. Couldn't actually relax with it. It was really fun, wasn't stressed, but just wasn't getting rid of this feeling of how I wanted to avoid the additional work. How my body was rejecting, my mind was rejecting working on stuff, other than just otherwise I would just go into hyperdrive and just try to do everything all at once and overwhelm myself. There's no middle. And so that's disconnect with the walks. That's where it started. Forced me to kind of just relax. And I mean, walking without a podcast, walking without headphones in, walking without vlogging, for example, again. But yeah, it has been eye-opening, if I'm being honest, because one of the things that I've noticed during this time is my mind slowly gravitated back towards the game development and the game design and the studio development, thinking about things I wanted to do and things I've been avoiding doing since completing the course, and reflecting on what it actually means to be successful in that context of a video game studio. And there's some stuff I'm gonna have to do over the next month that I have started as of last night. I started writing down some stuff, making some changes, minor ones, but again, getting some momentum. Some momentum is always good momentum, as long as it's going in the right direction. And I did get some momentum last night. It was really good. And so, yeah, that's kind of where things are at right now. So this vlog, although kind of informal with my iPhone, just kind of wandering around in the beautiful weather now that it's cooled down from literally 45 degrees Celsius with the humidex. That's what it was this last week, but it was terrible. I've managed to just want to come back to it. And I think that's really important. I think that tells me that I really still want to do this, but I really need to put less pressure on myself overall. And I really need to reflect a little more. And I've been doing that. So I have ideas, I have actions, I want to get myself a little bit more organized. I've been testing this system out with the day job to keep myself organized there so I can compartmentalize productivity where it needs to be so they don't bleed into each other and they're not overwhelming each other all the time. Same goes for my personal life, because there's lots of tasks that need to be done there to keep my personal life up to date. So I've been kind of getting myself organized, knowing what work needs to be done and what I would like to do. Kind of a very, not to get all agile or scrummy with you, but like put a backlog together and know what I need to do and rate which ones are the easier ones and kind of rate a complexity with some story points. It sounds silly, but I've been putting this system together and it worked for the day job, and I'm starting to put it together for the game studio. I'll probably end up doing it the same thing for my personal life. Yeah. And so that's kind of what's been going on the last 2 weeks. And normally I would be beating myself up because haven't been productive. And this is where my video gets sad. I go, I wasn't productive enough. Oh, woe is me. And there's this whole sadness that goes with it. Or this, I've let myself down. But I didn't let myself down. The thing I did this week, or the last 2 weeks, is I let myself recover. You need a break. A break is healthy. If you're gonna do this with work-life balance and real-life balance, you need to be able to take a moment for yourself. You are part of your own life, as I am part of this. I'm kind of almost the most critical piece of this whole equation to make this successful, because I'm not gonna make it successful, no one will. And so that's what this video is. This video is me talking about my burnout and what I've done to recover from it. And I'm hoping by next week, I should have a nice couple of bigger action items that I can actually talk about. Again, mostly studio development, if my plan is correct. But tonight I'm gonna do the planning exercise that I was just going over. And I'm gonna put some stuff together. And yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. And in the meantime, have a pleasant day and or evening, and take care.